Good. Let's start in a seated position. So you can either start on your knees if that feels good, or on your sit bones, crossing your legs. And I want you to think about lifting tall, drawing that energy up through the back of your skull, through the crown of your head, maybe slightly tucking your chin. I want you to start to inhale through your nose and take an exhale out your mouth. Once again, inhaling and exhale. Inhale one more time. Keeping your mouth closed, out your nose. Exhale. Maybe take a couple of these breaths on your own. Maybe thinking about something you want to focus on today. Setting an intention. Maybe checking in with how your body feels. And take those shoulders up to the ears, roll them back. You might bring that chest all the way forward to a seated cat-cow, and then rounding the back. Drawing the chest in, tucking the chin, and reversing, bringing it forward, connecting this movement to your breath. Take a couple more of these. Eventually making your way to a tabletop position. Take those knees underneath your shoulders. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Drop that belly down. And then inhale, round through the spine. Tuck that chin. Really dome through the upper back. And then exhale, drop the belly. Inhale, round through the back. Exhale, drop the belly. Inhale back. You might venture off, maybe taking larger hip swivels. Just taking a few more moments to loosen up the spine, however it feels good for you. Connecting your movement to your breath. Eventually coming back to a seated position on your heels. We're going to inhale our arms up over our head. And then exhale, take it to either side. Maybe letting your hips sit off your heels. Gazing up underneath that tricep. Breathe into that side body. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, opposite side. Take those hips off your heels. Stretch that side body. Inhale up. Exhale, other side. Take this as slow or as fast as you want. Connecting the movement to your breath. Sending that energy all throughout your body. Take a few more moments here, really filling your lungs into that side body stretching, gazing up at that ceiling. As slow or as fast as you'd like. Eventually inhaling those arms back up to the ceiling. We're going to take it to a child's pose. So knees wide spread. Extend those arms forward. Melt the chest down to the mat. Reconnect to your breath. We're going to shift forward to a high plank position. Tuck those toes, lift the hips. Think about drawing that belly button up and in and doming through the upper part of your back. You might take some forward and back rocking motions here. Building a little bit of heat. Eventually taking those hips to the sky, downward dog. Think about creating length here. You might keep your knees really bent here at first. Maybe you pedal through the feet. Think about finding length as you reach that tailbone up, spreading your fingertips really wide. Take a few more breaths here. We're going to inhale the right leg up, bringing it forward to a high lunge position or warrior one if you like it. Bring those arms up over your head and exhale out to warrior two. Think about tucking those hips underneath the body, finding length to the fingertips forward and back. Keep that right knee tucked back and at a right angle, protecting the knee. We're going to inhale, reach forward, revolving it back. Breathing into that side body. And then exhale, plant that right elbow on the right knee, sending the left arm up and over. Once again, oxygen to that side body. Really lengthen here, toes to fingertips. And then back up to warrior two. Straighten out through that right leg. And you're going to hinge forward slightly and then place that hand either on your shin or the mat, taking that left arm up to the sky. Triangle pose. You might gaze up at that left thumb. Just breathe here. You're going to plant that hand around the front foot, stepping up that back left foot slightly to square up the hips. You're going to come to a pyramid pose here. So right leg in front, back left leg slightly stepped up. Think about folding forward here with a long flat back. Totally fine to modify it, bringing those hands up to the thigh or the shin. Just breathing deeply here. You're going to take that foot back to that high lunge. Bringing the arms up, so draw that left leg back to that high lunge. Arms up. Bringing them to a heart center. We're going to take a twist, so turning to the right, hooking that left elbow on the right knee. Kind of tricky, but you're going to bring your hands to heart center as much as you can. So you might apply a little bit of pressure from that left elbow to the right knee to help you twist in this position, drawing that belly button up and in as you do so. Then plant those hands, step the foot back, take a vinyasa. So exhaling down, chaturanga, inhaling to up dog. Exhale, take it back to down dog. Find some length here. Spread those fingertips wide. Send that chest to your thighs. Reconnect to that breath. And then switch sides. Inhale, bring that left leg forward. Coming up to a warrior one or a high lunge. Whatever feels better on your knee. Arms up overhead. Exhale, take it out to warrior two. Think about sending those fingertips forward and back. Check that front left knee, keeping it back and also at a right angle. Protecting it, so don't bring it forward over the toes. That'll put too much pressure on the knee. You're gonna inhale, reach forward and revolve that arm up to the sky. So left arm up to the sky. Gazing up at that left thumb. And then take that left elbow to left knee. Right arm up and over. Sending it straight forward. You might even gaze up underneath that right tricep as that arm is extended forward. Make your way back up to warrior two. Straighten out through that left leg. Hinge forward slightly and then take that left hand down. Bringing the right arm up to the sky. You might gaze up at the right thumb. Triangle pose here. Draw that belly button up and in. Revolve the hands down. Stepping up that back right foot to square off the hips. Hinging forward with the flat back over the left leg. Take some deep breaths here, filling your body with oxygen, letting it release tension. Take that right foot back again to a high lunge or warrior one. Then bringing those hands to heart center. You're gonna take the right elbow to the left knee now, twisting to that side. Trying to get those hands to heart center as much as possible. Think about engaging the core as you draw that belly button up and in. Then place those hands down, step the foot back, take a vinyasa, chaturanga down, exhale. Inhaling to an up dog. Get back to child's pose, exhale. Take a few moments to reconnect to the breath. You guys are doing great. You might even lift the hips, sending the arms out to puppy pose if that feels nice, or feel free to stay in child's pose. In this puppy pose, send those arms out straight parallel, and then think about melting that chest down to the mat, keeping the hips high over the knees. Really nice shoulder stretch. Your chin might come down or forehead to the mat. Whatever feels good. Eventually, we're going to swim through to a Sphinx position. So planting those forearms down. Take the hands and pull back towards the body, taking the shoulders up and back. Draw that belly button up and in, and maybe take the chin down, taking a moment to relax the neck. Find what feels good for you. Feeling gentle. And coming all the way down to your stomach, take those arms up to a T position. We're going to take the left leg up and over. So stretching that right shoulder first. Letting that left hip hang heavy. Remembering to breathe in these postures. Keeping the breath consistent in and out. And take it back to center. Extend that left arm out. Taking the right leg up and over now. Letting the right hip hang heavy. Let that breath flow freely. Take it back to center. Pushing yourself back to a child's pose. Take a few breaths. And then make your way to your back. You might draw the knees into your chest, your knees into your chest. Rocking side to side if that feels good. We're going to take that right leg in a figure four position over the left thigh, reaching through to this reclined pigeon. So you're going to grab underneath the left leg to the hamstring and pull back, stretching that right hip. Start to let your exhales be longer than your inhales. Sometimes I even like to count, making them twice as long as my inhales. You might plant that left foot down, sending that right foot to the floor, knee up to the sky in this twisted position. So sending it over to the left. Continually breathing, letting those exhales really trail out. Take it back to center. Planting the right foot, exchange it for the left in this figure four. Reaching underneath the right hamstring and pulling up. Stretching that left hip. Continue this breathing exercise. Slowing down our bodies. Plant the right foot down, sending the right foot to the floor, knee up to the sky. Gentle spinal twist here. Stretching that left hip. Bring the legs back up. Knees into the chest. You might fully extend a happy baby if that feels good. Grabbing the outer edges of the feet, drawing the knees into the armpits. Rocking side to side. If there's anything else you need to do to prepare for Shavasana, feel free to. Or you might be ready. You might extend your legs out. Bringing those palms up to the sky, tuck the shoulder blades. Just begin to relax, starting with the feet, fully relaxing to the legs and thighs, the hips, fully relaxing to the core and back and chest, extending out through the arms. Take your face and make it tense, and then relax it, letting yourself fully relax into Shavasana. Start to deepen your breath, sending oxygen flowing into your lungs, filling them, and exhaling fully, bringing life back to your body. You might wiggle your fingers and toes, make other small movements. When you're ready, you might roll to your favorite side, cradling your head with your arm. Eventually coming to a seated position. Bringing your hands to heart center. Take a few breaths, inhaling fully. Take it out your mouth. Once again, inhaling out your mouth. One final big inhale. Exhaling out. Awesome job today. Have a wonderful weekend. Namaste.